But no, Coy, why don't you quickly explain what the God of Stories is?
So I love the story of the God of Stories because it actually mixes in with a meta-narrative without actually being meta. So in the meta-narrative of Deadpool, for example, or She-Hulk, it is approaching the fourth wall or breaking the fourth wall, acknowledging the reader. In Loki's use of the fourth wall, it's actually acknowledging the House of Ideas. And the House of Ideas is what they used to call the bullpen, the place that Marvel wrote their stories. The House of Ideas was the concept of creation itself. In the Loki story of the God of Stories, they made the House of Ideas a tangible, finite element, which he was the first one that was able to remember his visit to the House of Ideas. So throughout comic history, in this story, other people had visited the House of Ideas, but no one had remembered. So Loki made a deal with then and now. These abstract entities of pure storytelling, and in making a deal with then and now, and upon remembering the House of Ideas itself, he is able to make things real by way of remembering them and telling them as a story. So he's able to articulate what reality is by way of him planting the memory, him manifesting it, and then him actually creating it in real time. So it's rapid creation through the powers of then, now, and the House of Ideas itself. And so this was the visual manifestation of that, of basically he's the one at the beginning of time controlling the timelines because he's the one that needs to monitor and create like pure creation. So my interpretation of this is that Kang is the destroyer by monitoring and thinking that's the answer. He's at the end of time, not a destroyer in the literal sense, but it's the atrophy, the dismay, the decay of time. He's at the end of time, whereas Loki with the green and the lush and the other side of colors is at the beginning of time, which is why it's an after period for the TVA. So he literally is creation, and in a way, Kang is destruction by being the conqueror of something. So now there's a more giant, more abstract Ouroboros.
Yeah, that's beautifully put. Wow, you did that very efficiently.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah,
that was not an easy story.
No, that wasn't. I was like,
I was like, I'm a little worried how I'm going to